Our current gun culture, Whitlock wrote, ensures that more and more domestic disputes will end in the ultimate tragedy, and that more convenience store confrontations over loud music coming from a car will leave more teenage boys bloodied and dead. Handguns do not enhance our safety. They exacerbate our flaws, tempt us to escalate arguments, and bait us into embracing confrontation rather than avoiding it. In the coming days, Javon Belcher's actions and their possible connection to football will be analyzed. Who knows? But here, wrote Jason Whitlock, is what I believe. If Javon Belcher didn't possess a gun, he and Cassandra Perkins would both be alive today.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Guns have been a part of our culture since the American Revolution. The right to keep and bear arms gives Americans the right to defend themselves and their families. But the line between defensive and offensive use of guns has become blurred. School shootings, gang violence, domestic violence, and the general misuse of firearms have all contributed to America's most heated controversies. And the discussion is not just contained within politics. From celebrities to sporting events to social media, the debate on gun rights affects everyone. What are your views on the Second Amendment, and what do you think it is?
Second Amendment?
Yes.
Isn't it the freedom to carry weapons? And my feelings about it is that we started off our country based on arms and fighting for our rights. I see no reason for it to change.
The debate over the Second Amendment also takes us outside of America to compare gun laws with other countries. England has one of the strictest gun laws in the world. Although it is possible to get a gun under very specific circumstances, the people do not have a constitutional right to bear arms, and their weapons are often revoked at the slightest mistake or criminal offense. And from 2008 to 2009, there were just 39 fatal injuries related to guns in England, the lowest number in 20 years. This makes England a case study for the claim that tighter gun control does cause a decrease in injuries involving firearms. In comparison, Switzerland has extremely relaxed gun control and is one of the safest countries in the world. In 2010, the annual rate of homicides by firearms per 100,000 people was just 0.52 compared to the United States, where it was 2.98. These statistics also support the claim that relaxed gun control can help decrease crime. Would U.S. culture change if it took a more conservative European stance on gun control?
No, I don't know that it would make that would be sort of a causal factor that would change anything fundamentally. It seems like it's more of an artifact of our culture, I suppose. And given that there's the actual sort of abolition kind of prohibition approach. Yes, I'm not sure that it would make any difference in terms of, I'm not sure that is what drives our, what do you call it, our imperialist tendencies on a national level, or sort of, because I don't know that probably equally imperialistic nations that don't have a Second Amendment.
On July 20th, 2012, 12 people were shot and killed in a movie theater in Aurora, Colorado. The tragic event triggered a nationwide debate over concealed carry permits. Those arguing for the permit begged the question that people have been asking for years. If the citizens in the theater had concealed weapons, would the number of fatalities be different? Would people have fired back? Would the fatalities have increased? We may never know, but one thing is for certain. The Aurora shooting was not the first and certainly will not be the last of massacres to plague the nation. Despite the tragedy, gun control in Colorado did not change. The Gun-Free School Zone Act, passed in 1990, prevents the possession of firearms on school property. While some believe the act is to protect the nation's children, others argue that the act encourages massacres to happen on school grounds against the defenseless children. But whether people want stricter gun control, less control, or whether they believe these things cannot be prevented, the massacres are events that are all too familiar in the U.S. The tragedy of the Amish school shooting in 2006, which left 5 girls dead, sparked a heated debate among celebrities for both sides.
I think the horror of imagining 6 to 13-year-old girls handcuffed together and shot execution style,
Against
one
the
by one,
blackboard.
is perhaps enough to awaken the nation that maybe we need some stricter gun control
Well, I
laws.
think just take away your right to
Well,
bear
it's not
arms.
really a right. There's debate as to
It
what
is a
that...
right. It's in our Constitution.
Well, in the United States, there's debate over whether or not the right to bear arms includes the lobby organization of the NRA allowing no rules and no registration and absolutely sort of carte blanche to make guns available to Americans in a way they're not in the rest of the world. I guarantee you, if that man did not have a gun, the mothers who were the teachers in that school would never have left those children alone in that room.
More guns very simply lead to more violence.
I don't know how anyone can be serious in saying that, because the gun violence went up when they banned handguns.
Tom Palmer's one of the plaintiffs who sued D.C. over the right to have a gun. He's correct about gun violence going up. Since Washington's gun law passed, the murder rate actually increased, even while America's murder rate dropped.
Ever since the American Revolution, guns have been a part of our culture. The Second Amendment is meant to allow people the right to protect themselves, but some individuals abuse their right and utilize guns to inflict harm on others. Shootings, gangs, and domestic incidences have left the nation in shock of improper use of firearms. But what is the solution to this? Is there enough gun control in the U.S. already, or must there be tighter restrictions on those who can bear arms? The choice is up to you.
Yeah, if you got guns, then bring them. Got the pain and I'm gonna sing them. Reign supreme, and I mean to be the dream of this. Everybody know that I'm scandalous. You gon' feel that. Pop, pop, pop. Make them drop, drop, drop. Make you feel the pain. Pop, pop, pop. Make them drop, drop, drop. Make you feel the pain.